Good morning, Markham residents. This is my second video. The last video I recorded in a more formal tone because we were not sure from home video I have to speak a bit louder. So I was trying to speak a bit louder, and I had also to go for Thornhill all candidate meeting, and I was getting late and I was a bit nervous and I left late from home. So anyway, now I'll be more relaxed and I'll address most of the voters and residents of Markham. First thing and foremost is, I want to ask all of you, do you want the present council and mayor to stay for another 4 years? 4 years is a hell of a time, and there are a lot of issues you have to consider whether you want this council to stay for more number of years. Most of these councillors have already been sitting in the council for over 20 years. I want to just draw your attention to one very specific issue, which I feel that most of these councillors should have resigned, all these long-serving councillors, just based on one fact. These councillors, including our mayor Frank Scarpetti, didn't take care of our underground assets, which are water pipes and sewer pipes. And what it has led to, that today they have to extract billions of dollars from us through water rate hikes just to service those assets, because during their tenures they forgot to service those assets or replace them with new assets. They also forgot to set aside a fund, which is a maintenance fund, which is about 0.5% to 1%. And suddenly they have woken up based on some report, and now they are charging us, the taxpayers, that they're trying to extract money from us, and that money will continue till eternity, because there are a lot of replacement of pipes in Thornhill and various other places in Markham, and a lot of development has taken place. They didn't cater to the infrastructure. Now they are required to place that infrastructure because it is creating hell for them. So just based on that one single issue of neglecting the underground water pipes and sewer pipes, the councillors, long-serving councillors, should have resigned ethically, and including our mayor. And I feel astonished that they didn't do it, and they are running again. And also they have never ever informed in their literature, in their campaign literature, that that's what they did. They should have been honest and forthright about this issue at least. Second thing, as I've already delved upon, is the taxes. There's no 0% tax in Markham. They have extracted $10 to $15 million more in recreation fees, user fees, rental fees, swimming fees, skating fees, and all those sort of fees from us per year. And besides that, they're extracting $20 million more per year for water rate hikes through our monthly water bill. That's a lot of money. That's about $35 million more, and that is actually a tax. They may not be taking it as part of the normal tax, but they have taken it as the actual tax. Third issue I want to say here is the concern for seniors and people suffering from disabilities, suffering from serious diseases like cancer, and the families coping up with arthritis and all those things, and the people who have to take care of those in-home patients. Although it's a purview of provincial government, but I think the city should be more considerate, because we all have to grow one day old, and we should be more considerate of people who are living through this sickness and difficult times. I have said that I'll cater for a contingency fund. Even if I cannot contribute from our municipal resources as a mayor, I'll be powerful enough and to create a contingency fund and expect the donors to contribute and create as bigger a fund as possible, rather than just wasting our time and energy on certain, so-called charities which don't serve any purpose. And I would encourage all my voters, all residents of Markham, to work for that one cause, to be able to take care of our seniors and persons, families coping up with disabilities. That should have been the prime concern of any mayor in any city of Canada. One more concern I have is about the youth and nobody caters to their needs. Youth have to be tamed, youth have to be educated, and basically what is required is that we should create such a basic groundwork for youth so that when they are studying they have enough jobs in Markham, and then they can be taken care of with respect to their future higher education. And that is what I want to do, and that is what I am planning to do. That will be my first and foremost task in my first year of operation. And now, one other thing is to create facilities, to create our parks department, our maintenance department of town of Markham, to take care of snow plowing as well as maintenance of lawns on behalf of residents at a nominal fee. A lot of people are not able to afford landscaping fees and snow removal fees and various other things due to pressures of life. When it can be done through town, we can create a workforce. This will create a lot of jobs, and even contractors can be subcontracted through the town, but they will be at nominal fee. Any house, any property which cannot afford sophisticated landscaping fee, at least they'll have some provision to ask for the town's help to landscape their lawns, to landscape their front and back, and at least those properties can be brought in conformity with the general beauty of the town. And a lot of properties are neglected, and same goes for snow. Sometimes it's very hard to remove snow, and that's why we want to cater to those facilities. And I also want to put an end to the snow clearing, which piles up snow in front of driveways after we have cleared. There's a very simple expense of $1 or $2 million, and that can be taken care of. Now, one more important thing is a lot of employees in town of Markham think that if Partap Dua is elected as mayor, he'll fire most of us. Yes, one thing is certain, Partap Dua believes in financial prudence, but that doesn't mean that I am inhuman. We will certainly fire those people who are not working, who think that it is their right as municipal workers to be callous, indifferent to the taxpayers. And a lot of people have given us complaints who those employees are. Certainly who is not doing a good job in town of Markham will be fired. And certainly anybody, any department, anything which is not required will be eliminated. We cannot afford to spend $90 to $100 million on salaries. Our tax revenues are barely $125 million. That is our share of residential taxes from property taxes. Rest is all taken away by region and the school boards. Out of $125 million, it doesn't make sense to be spending $95 million on salaries. At one point, Mayor Scarpati and his council were spending 93% of the residential tax levies just on salaries. I don't know where they came from. We cannot live beyond our means. Some of the most important replacements which I'll do in the town is I'll replace John Levy, the Chief Administrative Officer of our town. I'll replace all commissioners except for one commissioner who is doing a good job. I'll replace Director of Communications, Mr. Flaherty for towing the line of mayor during municipal elections and being indifferent. I'll also replace Human Resources Director Sharon Lang for being too cozy with the mayor and not providing information to taxpayers about the composition of workforce in town of Markham. Now I don't want this video to be long. I'll carry on in my next series because it has to be uploaded to YouTube. Thank you.